When last we left our heroes, the group of adventurers was making their way outside of the town of High Moon, having figured out, or at least found, residue of a cure to spread throughout the town. Our heroes continued on their journey up to Shadowdale after receiving various visions and dreams of things to come, and receiving a mission to inquire with a being known as the Witch of Shadowdale. During their travels, heroes encountered a mysterious nymph who was corrupted by almost madness and anger toward the people of High Moon, taking her down and convincing her to continue to watch over the spiders of the region. They continued on, encountering mysterious goblins that seemed to brandish the symbol of Miracle, and one having strange psionic abilities. At the very end of the travels, in the cart, Rezavin taking the corpses of the goblins, forming them into a specific triangle, using it as a means to reach out to Nerylus, the elven god of death. And upon a successful religion check, he felt a cool breeze come across him, and a voice pricking the back of his mind, saying, "I've been waiting for you." And that's where we pick up. As currently the sun seems to be setting on your day of travel, you're continuing your way through the forest, trees on either side on the clear path. You all are watching this unfold as Rezavin, this voice, has contacted you. What do?
Hello. Did this work?
I would say that it has.
Wow. You were waiting for me?
Indeed, I was.
I am sorry for making you wait.
There's no need to apologize, child.
What are you waiting for with me?
Many things. For growing power, strength, and abilities. This is but your first step into larger things.
What kind of larger things?
Mainly pertaining to that book. But the rest of your journey, well, will be revealed in time.
Why me?
Well, for starters, you were the one that managed to escape and hold on to that book. You showed great resilience within that moment.
It was captured.
Indeed. But even within that capture, you managed to show resilience and strength and faith. One that no doubt would be able to hold up that which you carry and protect it.
How do I start to do things that the followers of you can do? I don't understand.
Well, for starters, what you are doing now. Reaching out, communing with me, or my servants.
Is there something special I need to do to start following you?
In many ways, you already have, Rezavin.
Are there more?
Followers? Steps?
More steps for me to do? I don't have magic.
I can grant that to you. But to do so, you must swear to be able to uphold my teachings, and for the purity of the cycle of life and death.
Yes, that is what I want to do.
Then if you continue down that path, reach out, trust that I will guide you and my servants will guide you. Then what power I can spare shall be granted. For more information regarding that book that you carry, which will assist you, you are on the path to have that be further revealed.
What makes this book more special than any other book? I've seen many books in my life. Why this one? Why are people wanting to harm us to get it?
Because it is a container of knowledge. Some knowledge others may want to get their hands on.
What would happen if they did?
Disastrous things, Rezavin. But I would not be doing my job if I gave you the information now. Part of your journey is trusting in me, and that you are on the right path for even more to be revealed to you.
Do trust you?
Then the witch will be able to guide you even further.
Is she a follower of you as well?
I wouldn't say a follower of mine, but she is a powerful mage and has close connections to Mistra.
Trustworthy?
She's prideful, but trustworthy.
Yes, I believe we are going to seek her.
Good. Until then, Rezavin, reach out. Even though I may not appear in voice, know that I am watching, and I am there.
Before you go, the others. All right. My family. Everyone back there at the view house.
They are beyond my sight.
Do you want me to help them?
When the time is right.
I will trust you in leading me.
And as that happens, there's another warm wind that comes around you. It feels like it's almost a bit of embrace as it wraps around and dissipates. And when that happens, any candles or incense that may have been burning is suddenly snuffed out as you come to. What are the rest of you doing while this is unfolding?
What does he look like as this is happening? I don't remember if we were already driving and it just happened, or if we just watched him set it up and then it immediately happened.
Yes.
It's one of those things where it was like generally described as like happening while you were traveling.
Oh, okay. So like took some time for it to happen. And
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Setting up a ritual like that would
it be super obvious to us, or is it more subtle?
Well, as far as how Rezavin looks, you do feel the breeze. I will say that much. As far as how Rezavin looks, I'm going to leave that up to Mark. So
I feel like it's pretty similar to his trance. He's just kind of sitting there with the black eyes, just staring forward, and kind of unmoving as he's seated in the cart, surrounded by this triangle of bodies. But there might be a moment he takes a big breath as he comes back.
Is this the new Triforce?
Worse.
Alizé's just kind of watching for fun.
I think I've been driving the cart the whole time. That's kind of been my thing, so that's probably what I'm doing.
How distracted would you have been? I mean, do you feel like it'd be? I know you've been really supportive of his stuff. Do you because Gideon wouldn't mind taking over driving if he felt like she would have gone back to examine the ritual.
Oh, yeah, or turn. Sure, yeah, she could be sitting next to Gideon and kind of checking in every once in a while, to see how it's going.
And the horses know what they're doing. It's okay right now.
I can take the reins from here. I got a long reach. It's fine.
He has a 2 foot more reach than than the girls.
Long arms.
Yeah, I think Gideon would have been interested, but there's enough weirdness that he's also kind of giving him his space and just, well, right, that's his thing, and just kind of he'll focus back on the road. Plus, and Gideon's still recovering from his rage, so there's a little bit of that going on.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
So you said he gasped.
He just kind of takes a little bit deeper breath as he comes back out of his trance.
She like turns around.
Did you find your answers, lad? Or were you just spacing out?
I spoke to him.
Oh really?
Good job. She claps.
The most
Yes.
motherly clap.
No, not even a motherly clap, just chaotic fae clap. It's not like a soccer mom. It's just like
Oh, good job talking to your god. Oh my god.
no, not like that. Not like that. Alize does not exude any motherly energy at all. It's just like, nice, you did it. You talked to the bodies, or the god,
Whoa.
because of the bodies. Yeah,
Did not talk to the bodies.
right.
So for real? He talked to you? It worked?
Yes. I'm trying to become a follower and someone who can do magic through him.
What did he did? Okay, so you talked and he talked back, or you just talked and you felt like a connection? Because both can happen, from what I've heard.
We talked.
Okay.
That's mighty impressive. Good job. Was it obviously a good conversation? I'm hoping by your demeanor.
I think so. He said he was waiting for me.
Wow. So what else did he say? Why would he be
Yeah.
waiting for you?
Says to keep reaching out and keep going on the path that I'm on.
Oh.
You as well.
So that must mean that it's a good sign that you're keeping going forward?
Yes. And we need to protect this book. And I'll pull the book out.
Yeah, even Gideon's looking back at this point. Oh, are we keeping the bodies as well? Is that like how you talk to your god now?
No, we do not need to keep these. We can bury them.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pull up and try.
What kind of magic are you trying to gain from this?
I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to bring bodies back to help me.
What do you mean, like
I-
necromancy stuff? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He's fine with it. But let's.
I find necromancy very interesting.
Yeah, me too. But I don't do it. But I don't judge. So, do you
I
want,
want to
to
do
like
it.
be selective? Do you want to? It's not in my wheelhouse, but I am in full support of trying to help you become your dreams, and all of that. Great. If your god says to go for it, then we will find you what you need. But can we establish parameters that we're not just anyone, right?
There is rules I will follow. There are bad ways to do it. I don't want to do it that way.
Okay. Good. So, Like, bad people, are they fair game in your eyes? Like, what do you think? What do we need to keep our eyes out for?
Dead things.
Right.
That
But
would be the core of necromancy there, I would say.
dead things can be anything. You can raise a family. That's probably not a good one to do. But you might want to go after, like, the murderers and the criminals and stuff. That kind of thing, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, if you were going to be like a hero, but you raised all the children, only
Yeah.
that wouldn't be a good look, you know.
Right. We have to establish, right? Like, bad people are okay, because then you're using them for something good, so then they're kind of redeeming themselves, hopefully.
It could be an option, yes.
Good.
Okay, let's come at it from a different angle. What does your order and your god say about necromancy and who to raise and who not to raise?
Children. Families.
Well, I'm still new to this and I want to learn, but
Yeah.
anybody can be useful if done properly from what I understand. I know people in my group, when they die, they are taking their bodies and put in places to defend it and make sure that they remain protected. It is a way for their physical form to still have a purpose beyond their life.
I mean, that is a good point. If I go down, I probably would serve as a pretty decent protector for you.
I give you full permission. Fine.
Oh, wow. Well, really just going right in there. Okay.
I mean, why not? What else am I doing with it?
I would like the same if I die for you to give my body to someone who can use me to follow Neuralis still.
All right.
Could you just not do that for me?
I mean, what are you using your body for, Rosa?
I think my family would be like super upset if they I just don't think that'd be a great idea for me.
We'll put like a
that's
veil
totally
over you.
fine.
No one will even know it's you.
No, we gotta respect.
I jest.
It's a rather dark subject. Some even might say it's taboo, but dark humor gets you through the worst of things.
Well, I will say, Rezavin, I think everyone's okay with most of how things would work, because, like, Neuralis is a good deity.
Yes.
So, like, we trust that. I think the only thing you'd have to be careful about if you go down this path is who you show that to and when you do it. Because remember how I said last night how they have necromancers have a pretty bad reputation most of the time. So people might see that and assume the worst about you.
Well, I can show them different.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely time and place. Just kind of sometimes pay attention to when that might be a good idea or when that might be like a really bad idea. And like scare people more than help them.
Hey, Lit.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
No, go. Sorry. I'll do it after.
Okay. Well, I have heard that there are people who are so skilled as necromancers that they can keep them under their control and make sure they don't hurt anybody. That is what I would want to do.
That'd probably be a good first step for sure. Yeah. So,
I would not
Yeah.
want anyone to be hurt because of me.
yeah.
It's good. Good
What I was
thing.
going to ask is, you've always sort of had this tendency to want to like help and heal. I mean, I've heard of. Actually, I have not heard of any college of necromancy, no bards, but I've heard of wizards wanting to get into that realm. But it sounds like your source is more godly, divine. Is that right?
Yes. Nerelis is a god of death.
I just lean over. And you hear the creaking on the wood. Over to Rosa. Paralegal is a divine necromancer. Is that normal?
That's a thing for Neuralis, yeah.
Well, good for you then. I think that sounds great. I haven't heard of that before. Divine necromancer. Wow.
Do we know about the Wizards of Thay?
Uh,
Are they a thing around? Like,
so where you are on the Dale lands, I would say this is probably gonna be a low DC, but let's see how much you know about them. I would say this is a general history check. Anyone can make this.
okay. And this is also going back in my
Yeah.
previous adventures.
Yes.
23.
23.
You said it's a history? 19.
Okay, 23.
Actually, that's a really high roll for me.
That's a very good roll.
I think my DC personally should be higher because of my limited experience, but I got a 16.
Okay. I did take that into account just because you're on you're primary from a different plane. Gideon, did you roll at all? Just out of curiosity.
9.
9. Okay. Well,
It was -2.
well, no worries. Even with a 9, all of you have heard of the Thayan wizards. Gideon, you would know that Thayan wizards are typically famously adorned in red.
I just remember the phrase "red is bad and they is not good."
Yeah, exactly. So I would say, Rezavin, even you would know about the Thayan wizards, mainly because Nerelis has them as an example of evil necromancy. So that is the extent that you have. Alize and Rosa, you would know the extent of them, that, again, they are powerful wizards, typically to the farther eastern side of the Faerun continent. They are a mageocracy, so they are ruled by mages, and specifically they are ruled by very powerful necromancers. Rosa, with the 23, you would know that the most powerful of them at one point was known as Zaz Tam.
Okay. This was recent or
Zaz Tam has been gone. He's a necromancer, so it's always air quotes. For some time, but he is oftentimes like seen as the Thayan wizard.
Okay, that makes sense.
Weird question too: is the Dungeons and Dragons movie canon at all?
Not in this universe, but the D&D movie is a good point of reference since Zaz Tam was featured in it.
Mm-hmm.
Cast Obliterate and Blur on Alize.
Yeah.
You know, actually, I probably should have thought about that. My lineage is Radiant Necromantic, so probably should have put that together. All right. So maybe it's not so far-fetched than I thought.
Why did you ask that about the Thay? Did you have anything you were saying about, or the wizards?
Oh,
why did you say that?
Just Alize was just trying to think of the so the Wizards of they're still around, yeah? Okay. Well, that's kind of to the party, is what she's asking. 'Cause it's been... For her, it hasn't been that long, but the world, the material plane, it's been that long, so she's like, oh, are they... I remember fighting, some here and there, but...
Oh, they are still a thing.
Yeah,
They are. Well, they is, but they are. Yes.
Okay.
So that's a perfect example. Maybe don't wear red. Maybe grow out your hair if you want to distinguish yourself.
He's not wearing a lick of red on him.
That's what I'm saying. He's doing great so far.
I do not want to be like them. I have heard they are bad.
Oh, so you do know them. Okay.
Yes, I've heard teachings of them being very bad. I do not want to be like them.
Yeah. And I mean, that's proof right there in the pudding that you're, doing this for more of a good cause. Anyways, on top of the deity being good. Nice.
Put it now.
I'm confused. What does pudding have to do with necromancy?
All right.
So
here's
good,
another
though.
example of the alliterate. No, it's not alliteration. It's not an onomatopoeia either.
Is this one of your sayings that you just say and it
Yeah.
means something else?
Yeah, there's a better word for it, but I cannot think about what's that word? Alliteration. Nope, that's not it. Anyways, yes, it's an expression. Proof is in the pudding means that it's just further proof. It's more verified. It's solid evidence. Because when you make a good pudding and it's in front of you, and you can eat it, then you're like, oh yeah, I can eat it. It's right there. It's good.
And put it without a G. Put in. The only right.
Don't confuse him further. I'm just saying that's just further evidence. Good thing.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good job, though, talking to him.
Yeah? You performed it with your little triangle bodies? Sugarberry?
Smell a little bit.
I'm going to keep trying to connect with him and learn more. If you do not mind, I want to read the book some more while we travel.
Yes. Let's also put, until you're able to use these corpses further, maybe let's set also a limit on how long we're bringing bodies with us. For multiple reasons.
Are you uncomfortable around dead bodies?
No, I'm not. What I am uncomfortable with is potential other people thinking we're murderers, which I guess technically we are, but murderers, like bad, and then we get jailed for it. We have bodies under us, and then we do get mistaken as wizard fays.
Well, I mean, these are goblins, so...
that's true.
As well.
I mean, yeah, if you want to have something more portable, that's not like a whole body, I mean, I could help you look for like dead plants or something you could just have with you all the time.
Or we could get you a hole.
What?
A hole?
Portable hole.
Oh, a holding? Bag of holding.
Nope. A hole. Yeah, it's like a magical... You put it down, it creates like a 10-foot hole. You fold it in half and bring it with you.
That does sound interesting.
Why would you want that?
Then you can put the bodies in there, and then they won't stink up the place or get caught, and then you can hide stuff in there. I mean, you probably have to clean it out a little bit once in a while and keep it fresh.
I mean, it's still along the same lines as a bag of holding. It's just a
little sick.
That's bigger. You can't fit a body in a bag. That's crazy.
Do you have any mint on you?
This talk is making you feel sick.
That's okay. I definitely respect what you're doing, Rezavin. I'm not trying to make you feel bad or anything, but I don't like death in general. So, but if you have to do stuff, that's totally fine. I'm not saying what you're doing's bad. Just
Yes, I I do not want people to die if I can help as well, but I just want their physical form to still serve a purpose.
Yeah.
Well, Resident, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say, I don't normally will put this out there. Many people, you've already won me over. Anything happens to me, feel free to bring me back. Use my body for whatever you need, because by the time I'm gone, it sounds like my purpose will be done here in life, and I can rest at ease, and you can have fun with whatever you need. Good old Gideon Glock for.
I have also heard that some people who are followers of deities can bring a body back to life, more than just a physical vessel, but the soul comes back as well. If I can do
Resurrection.
that, would you want that?
Yes, that's fine.
Yes.
That is a deep question, my friend. It depends. If you all need me in a moment of danger, and you would need me to protect you, then yes, bring me back. But if I have served a purpose, to be honest, I'd be happy just meeting back up with old friends.
It's noble in its own right.
I'm a little morbid, but play it by ear. How about that? You listen to your heart.
I can do that. So I'll just go and turn to the book and try to understand some of it, I guess. See if anything connects as I'm sifting through the pages.
As you do, more things seem to start to connect, but it's very basic stuff. Mainly about Nerylus and things that he's done over the ages. And as you continue on through your journey through the forest, you realize you're starting to reach the very edge of the forest of Cormanthor, at least this portion of it. But the sun is starting to set on your day of travel. So, do you all try to make camp? Do you all try to push on forward?
We technically could. No, we should probably
The
stop.
horses
Huh?
need to rest as well.
That's the horses. Yeah.
so,
No. Well, I was just gonna say we could go a little longer, just like a little bit, and then camp, or we could just stop now.
I do want proper time to bury these bodies.
All right. Use what's left of the sun.
Okay.
I'll, Gideon will help you dig up some graves for him.
Thank you.
Okay.
So even though these attacked me,
Mm-hmm.
I would prepare their bodies as best I could and create even like little wood grave markers.
Yeah, easily done. It will take you some time to make sure that the graves are properly buried and deep enough, as well as even putting a little stake around for the markers. Probably take about an hour or so for 3 of those. Even with assistance, make sure everything's done. Mainly to make sure that everything's done properly. Yes.
While we're kind of like putting the dirt back and getting everything settled, Gideon will. Rezavin, I had a question for you. I mean, one of the things it sounds like you'll be looking for is this witch for guidance. How open or secretive are you going to want to be about your god and who you serve?
Do you know who Mistra is?
I've heard a few people go on and on about her, sure.
I was told the witch follows Mistra.
Makes
Would-
sense.
Would someone who follows Mistra be open to what I do?
I think it depends.
My god said that she is prideful, but trustworthy.
Well, it's not really the witch I'm more concerned about. It sounds like that's definitely a direction you've been sent to. It's other people in town, gods, or while we're trying to ask for direction to this witch. I mean, I just don't know how open you want to be about. As you can see, some people, death isn't as comfortable of a conversation as others, even if they mean well.
If I am making someone uncomfortable, I can stop.
Be careful who you openly express it to. Make sure you know who you're talking to first, especially in some of these bigger cities. There's a lot of viewpoints, a lot of perspectives. But we got your back. There's nothing to be ashamed of what you're doing. I'm actually very proud of what you're doing. I think it's very respectful.
I am not doing anything wrong.
No, but again, sometimes the unknown can make people uncomfortable. Things they're not aware of or things they fear. And a lot of people fear death.
I do not want to make people uncomfortable if I can prevent it. But if someone is in the right and the other is in the wrong, who is the one who needs to change?
That is called life, my friend. There's no right answer. None that I know. Each situation is going to be different. I think you stick to what you believe in, continue to go forward with it. But sometimes the nuance of how you discuss something or how you present yourself can make a difference as well. Doesn't mean you have to betray what you believe in. But think of these wizards of Thay, right? They present themselves in a way that's very out there, showing their symbolism in a way that creates fear, creates bad connotation because of their actions. But you could have someone that wants to do just the good and the same and have the same symbolism, and it's going to create that same sort of fear because they're unaware. So that's all I'm just saying. It's just, I'm just looking out for you. I don't want you to be misunderstood.
I will do my best.
Tell you what. Well, you want to lead a prayer over these graves, or?
Yeah, and I'll just stand as we finish up. Just rest well. And just kind of say final words, maybe play my blowing flute a little bit. And leave it at that.
All right, perfect. So then, as you finish it up, you all are able. If there's anything else anyone does before going to rest for the night, and with watches, of course.
I think checking in with Rosa just really quick of like when they're doing that and just been like, are you okay after the conversations about Rezavin's necromancy? Like about death in general.
Oh, I mean, I'm okay with Rezavin, if that's what you mean.
Oh, not with him. I just mean I know death sometimes has a very touchy subject for some. So I just wanted to make sure you're okay and like it didn't, freak you out too much.
Oh, I mean, I definitely didn't expect everyone to just like volunteer their corpses to be raised. And then I felt bad telling him I didn't want that, so I hope it like didn't hurt his feelings. But I
No, and
I don't
if you
know.
need to clarify, you can. I mean,
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. I don't like, I mean, I don't like being around death very much, so that will be kind of weird. I don't know. I guess we'll take it a day at a time. I'm not sure.
well, no, that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying it's okay. Don't feel bad. I mean, for some people, it's not as, I want to say big of a deal, because it is a big deal. But it's less like, unfortunately for those who have been around it a little bit more, or even those who, I mean, my job has been that, and I know that you've said you've been around some things, but especially being like a shepherdess, I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I'm just saying, you're okay. I'm just volunteering because why not? I mean, if my skill set can be used further in this instance, I'm okay. But if my body gets taken over by one of those Thay wizards or something else, then please do not let that happen. That's definitely not okay. I'm only okay with Rezavin doing it because I know that boy has golden-hearted intentions.
Yeah. I mean, that's sort of why it's fine. Like, what he's doing.
Yeah.
Same thing. I mean, I think I can trust him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, no, it's fine. I'm okay. Thanks for asking, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Just making sure you're okay. I'm not trying to baby you or anything. I just know it's a lot. Okay.
I mean, I definitely, I know I'm, coming across as skittish in general. It's fine with Rezavin, though. So, it's okay.
Yeah. That makes sense. Again, I think you're doing this and being really brave. It's not easy. And I think everybody has reservations in some ways. But, you're doing good.
Oh, thanks. It was really scary.
Yeah. Yeah. But you really help to keep everybody healthy and standing strong, so it's important.
I hope so. Hope I can keep you alive, everybody, while we're going.
Yeah. And we'll just keep, being careful, and honestly, I'd rather avoid fights as well. If we do get in a fight, I want it to end quickly, but I'd rather avoid them if I can.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Do you want to help me make some food?
Yeah, I can help. I can make some tea too if you want.
Ooh, yes. Sounds delightful. I have some Feywild herbal flower blend.
Ooh, yeah, can I see? She does look a little interested. You, what's your passive?
15.
That's pretty good. I would say you might notice in the firelight, the edge of her hair is it's normally pink, but the end of it is like a blue tint. It's probably only an inch, not very much at all.
She's getting highlights because she's hitting her rebellious stage.
Highlights. I got Kool-Aid and I dipped the tips in the bottom part.
I was gonna say the Feywild tea's the blue butterfly pea blend, and that's blue purple.
She was just no. She did not do that, surprisingly.
Okay. The flower blend's really cool though, and it's a flower. I've seen this in real life. I really want to try it. There are these dried flowers, and you put them
Those are
in the
cool.
cup, and then you pour, and then they bloom
Yeah, I've always wanted to try that.
in the cups. Yeah, I have too. So there are these really pretty, like bluish kind of flowers, and we don't have glass, mugs. I'm assuming, but they still bloom in there, and you can kind of see them. What I just wrote did not make sense. Okay, anyways. But otherwise than that, Alize is kind of just... She's noting the hair. She's not going to bring it up. But is that... I mean, I know Eladrin stuff, but I don't know. That doesn't always apply to every one, right? With, like, Eladrin seasonings. I can't talk. But like changing and stuff. I mean, again, it's one of those like it's hard to know what's like normal and what's not because Alize knows she's an Eladrin, Feywild connections, but I mean, there's not really a normal.
I think what we're asking, because we were talking about, I forgot to message you about this, but we were talking about like, is it a common Eladrin thing? For like, first of all, what she would know what's going on, and second, I guess I'll ask you the other thing later because
that's fine.
Whatever. But
yeah. So as far as what's happening, because we've talked about it briefly, I would say this can definitely be a nature check on Alize's part.
Mm-hmm. 15.
15? Yeah, so you would definitely know that Eladrin definitely do have the means to be able to transition between the things known as seasons, where their appearances can slightly differ. Sometimes this can be tied to one's emotions. Sometimes it can also just be tied to other things. So it does vary from Eladrin to Eladrin, largely. And sometimes it's immediate, sometimes it can be like a slow transition, like the seasons itself. So it varies.
Yeah. And Rachel and I had talked about, I mean, 2 of Alize's kids are Eladrin, but they stay in the one season. They don't change. And so it's not like she'd be like, oh, you're doing that. It's more just like, it's vague.
It's vague.
Familiar.
And there are some Eladrin that do have a preference toward a specific season and will just stay in that season because that's the one that they identify with the most. So.
Okay. She's not going to say anything because she doesn't know what's normal for Rosa or not, and they only met like a week ago. Like she doesn't know.
Give or take,
she makes notes of it, but she's just kind of keeping up like little small talk and talking about some of the other herbs. She doesn't have a lot of stuff on her, but she has like some Feywild based things, and she can just show them to Rosa and be like, oh yeah, there's some pressed flowers, and here's some, like little bits and bobs she has in her bag.
Yeah. She likes all that talk, so she'd definitely be interested.
Perfect. Yep. Just double checking my mic stuff. So with that, so then as you all have a nice dinner for the evening, as good as you can on the road, night eventually does come. And with that, where are going to be the watches for the evening?
I don't mind taking the first one. Unless somebody else wants to take the first.
I think we've established Gideon takes the last one typically.
Yeah, didn't Mark make a chart? Where is that? That's
the chart.
Really I wanted to pin it, but I don't have the power to do that.
I thought I did. I can go back in and.
You are powerless here.
There it is.
I pinned it. Or I didn't pin it. I posted it. So, Rezavin Rosa, then it's Rosa Alize, then Alize Solo, and then Rezavin Gideon. So I put on there.
And we can,
perfect.
And we can flip-flop things too.
No,
Okay.
never. This is the watch.
Is it always this?
Forever.
It can
I
never
hate change.
change.
Throws off the whole. You're throwing off my groove. Right.
So is that what you all wanted to do for the...
Yeah.
Right, in that case, as you all go into your various watches, Rosa and Rezavin, you're up first. Go ahead and make perception checks for me.
Oh no, Rosa. That wasn't good.
Resident's been rolling hot because I rolled a 22. So
Oh, good. I'm
All
glad
right.
because I rolled a 8.
8. So just being more focused on the book and everything along those lines. Rezavin, you're looking out. You look off at the distance and you swear you think you see movement, but you're not necessarily sure.
like in the woods or on the road or what?
In far off on the distance, like in the woods toward the plains almost.
So ahead of us
Ahead
or
of you.
behind us?
Ahead of you.
Okay. I think I saw something move out there. Is that normal?
What big, small? What?
Big, small?
About
Oh no.
in between, kind of in between.
In between.
I mean, it could be either. I mean, we all know now we have multiple groups coming after us, so it could be really bad, or it could be just nothing.
I will watch closely.
Yeah, me too. But she looks nervous, and hence the 8 for the rest of the watch.
Right. There doesn't really seem to be much activity going on for the rest of the watch.
I would help him with his book, though, for sure. So
Yeah. I'd say for that, go ahead and make a general religion check.
okay. 15.
15. Okay. You're definitely able to get a little bit further into various elements, primarily going into like the ideas of communing and what it means to be a follower, and the various rites that you have to perform for death, and that narrowless followers are oftentimes called upon, specifically within elven communities, to be like kind of like last rites for a funeral type thing. Seems to be more elven related, so more than anything.
So you're basically going over, you said funeral rites?
More or less.
Is that okay? So I'll like give him kind of the outline. I'll be like, I feel like you know this.
I will compare what she finds to what I just did.
It's fairly spot on. It's fairly spot on. This is something that is definitely taught within your area, and what is something that's definitely just generally passed down to you.
Yes, I'm familiar with a lot of this. They talk about this a lot.
You seem pretty confident when I've seen you do it twice now.
Life is precious. It should always be taken seriously when one is lost.
Definitely agree with that. Yeah. So you're doing good then.
Thank you.
Also, I hope I didn't make you feel bad about the whole like please don't resurrect me thing. It's just like, you know, my family would be like totally traumatized if they saw that, I think. And they, you know, I didn't want to like.
Yes, it is okay.
I hope I didn't hurt your
It is-
feelings or anything.
No, it is not for everyone.
like you weren't like, oh man, now I feel totally trampled on because, you know, I think you're like cool and you do cool stuff. So I don't want to make you feel bad.
No. I can make sure your family would get your body if you died and could have a proper burial.
Thank you. Sorry. Such a weird conversation.
This whole first half has
But
been a
he
weird
gets away
conversation.
with it. He gets away with it so well.
So straight face with
You
it.
just keep like, okay, all right, I accept it.
Thanks. Thanks. That's good.
Of course.
But yeah, definitely still keeping an eye out for
Yeah.
anything. But you said we didn't see anything.
Nothing else really seems to be all that active for the rest of the watch. So
Yeah.
with that.
Sure.
As you go, there's that brief moment window where Alize is by herself.
Yeah.
I will warn her too of what I saw.
Okay, and I'll make note and I'll
Okay.
watch out for that.
As you go ahead and do so, go ahead and make for me a perception check.
Ooh. 22.
Okay. So as you are kind of by the fire of sorts, looking around, again, you're kind of looking and don't really see anything of note, at least no movement, but far off you do see what looks to be kind of like almost an overturned cart or carriage of sorts.
But there's like no other movement. Is it just like a silhouette?
It seems to be like a silhouette off in the distance within the dark.
Okay. Can I climb a tree or something and like try to get a little bit more height to see if there's like more that I can see further? Or is that not?
Yeah, it's totally doable. You are still in the forest. It does seem to be kind of on the edge of the forest and going into the plains almost. So as you go up into the forest, go ahead and make for me another perception check.
Yep. It's an 18.
Okay. All right. As you're kind of scanning the forest area, you do see what looks to be, again, that kind of overturned like cart carriage type thing. But then as you're kind of scanning and looking around, you do see that there appears to be at least one. You have no idea if there's more of someone kind of sitting down behind a bush and an elevated platform. So you are slightly higher than him. It would probably be about like 100 feet off, give or take.
Okay.
But he just seems to be kind of sitting, resting hands on knees, waiting ever so slightly for the sound of anyone coming by. It's at least one, but you don't know if there's any others.
Okay, so they might. I could. I looked at Discord, sorry. I could, I also assume that they're also taking watch. Or they could be waiting to potentially attack as well, but their cart is overturned.
There's a cart overturned and someone is waiting.
Right, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of like talking it out. So there's a lot of things you can infer from that. Is this person appearing to be human or elf or dwarf?
They appear to be human.
Okay, so probably bad dark vision. I'll make my way back down, and I'll nudge the others awake softly. I'm not gonna tickle them with feathers or anything like that. We're just normal. We're just normal doing it. And she's telling him to just be quiet. And whispering. I did spot someone, probably like a human, fairly close by, and there's also a cart that's seeming overturned. It didn't seem like they could see us, so maybe they're doing the same thing and watching, or maybe they're waiting for us, or maybe they need help or something. So...
Alright.
I can go take a look.
That's fair.
We can all... I mean, I'm okay going with you, and just in case, I mean, I don't think it should just be one person. They're fairly close by, so...
Is there many, or one, two?
I just happened to see one, but there might be two, especially for a cart situation.
Well, always expect ambush and prepare for help. How's that?
Yeah.
It's my lesson of the day. He's like slowly grabbing his weapon and like really tired and not happy to be woke up.
So we're all going? Is that what's happening?
Well, you and I can hold back and let them do their little stealthy stealth things, and then we can run in if they need us.
How far off are they?
I'm quiet too. Yeah, how far away were they?
Given where you are, they're probably about 120 feet off at this point.
Oh yeah, they're really close. I think you're the only one here, Gideon, sorry, who's not as...
Well, I'm actually very stealthy, but I was going to say, I was pointing to you and Rezavin. That y'all can do your stealth. I was just going to walk in.
I'm not quiet, just saying.
We can also just announce ourselves and ask their intentions outright as well. I mean...
Why don't you
They are close. Could we just say, do you need help? And see if they respond?
Yeah. Do you want me to climb the tree and try to ask them and get their attention, or should we just like walk up like normal? Probably the second one. Yeah, let's go do that.
I just light up my glaive, and he just starts walking out with a booming voice. Right. Hey, you out there? You need help? Oh, you're ambushing us.
Hello.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, right. The name's Gideon LeBlanc.
We come in peace.
Unless you attack, and then you'll be in pieces.
Oh, you can still follow.
How much?
8. He's really tired.
8. As you kind of call out into the distance, well, with everything that's going on, there's a slight pause. No response. Then everything is still quiet.
I lit up the glaze, so about 40 feet radius around me is lit up.
Okay.
Light.
I saw you hiding. I know where you are. You're just... She's just gonna point. I don't know if the guy's gonna be able to see, but she'll just kind of like point where she's on.
So at that point, I'd say go ahead and make a persuasion check as well.
Alright.
Are we back at the camp, me and Rosa? Then?
I thought we all just went out, unless if
16.
they told us to stay behind.
No.
Figured we'd all
kind of all come.
I was not planning on going.
Right.
Somebody's got to watch our stuff.
Oh, okay. I'll stay then, so that way we have one person watching each other's back. So I'll stay with.
So, what'd you say you got for persuasion?
16.
16. As you're going and kind of mention, I saw you. You just off in the distance, almost further off in the distance in here. All right, lads, the gig is up. And at that point, you do see, will look to be at different points, 4 humans, 3 men, 1 woman, it appears. The woman is adorned in a fine leather armor with a wide-brimmed hat that's kind of slid to the side ever so slightly. And they're all like, all right, well, since you saw us, I guess drop all your things and give us everything that you have, and we'll be on our way.
I promise you, you do not want to do that tonight. I've not slept well. I'm not alone.
Why don't you do that? Why don't you drop your stuff? What do you want with our stuff? It's junk to you.
She looks and goes, well, the best that I can see it, there's 4 of us. 2 of you, maybe 2 back there, but there's only 2 of you right here. We can take you. And you could just give over your things, and there won't be any harm.
Apparently we're watching, because there's 3 more on top of that were with us when we arrived, so.
Well, that's why I said there are 2 back there.
And 3 more on top of that.
Okay. All I truly have that is worth is 15 gold. So you can have that if that's the only thing you're gonna find. My clothes aren't gonna fit, like, any of you. So, you know. Just take the gold. You want it? She just holds up a pouch.
So that she looks over. I'd say go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay. Nice. Thank you, Charismatic Ranger. 21.
Okay. You see the woman kind of walk out from behind, be a little bit more visible, and she kind of just walks up to you, rapier still pointed out. She looks, she takes it, grabs it, weighs it ever so slightly. Well, 15 gold is 15 gold. In that case, if that is what you're willing to part with. And then she points the rapier at you. And what you would be willing to part with.
You're stupider than you look. Can I cast Vicious Mockery at her?
At that point, we're going to roll initiative, but first we're going to go ahead and take a break. All right, we'll be back here in a few minutes.
Oh, man.
Catch you on the flip side.
Woo!
everybody, welcome back. As we are about to get into a combat with some bandits, as Gideon has cast vicious mockery on the leader of this group. So she's going to go ahead and make a wisdom save. It's a wisdom save, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. I should also change up the music here. Get a little bit more combat-y. So for wisdom, that is going to be a 18.
Oh yeah, she good.
All right, and with that, everyone go ahead and roll for initiative.
Right.
Could we have taken a short rest for hit points?
I'll say short rest would definitely
Okay.
work.
Cool.
Okay.
For any abilities or any hit points.
Cool.
It's been long enough.
In 2024, it still would have had an effect on her.
Yep. All right. Alize.
22.
Okay. Gideon.
17.
Rosa.
14.
And Rezavin.
13.
Okay. And with that, as that happens, you see her grab her forehead ever so slightly, looks back and says, "Oh, you're gonna have to try better than that, darling." With that, Alize, you're actually up.
Okay. With the short rest, we can use the HP die to do that, right? Okay.
Regain hit points.
All right. Let me factor that in really quick because I need to.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 12. All right. Sorry, I was trying to look that up, but I'm like, okay, good. Oh, is there a way that we can solve this a little? The 15 gold was supposed to cover everyone. She's saying this as she is, she has her own sword out, and she's not attacking in a ferocious kind of way. It's more just like, she's still trying to hit her, but she's not trying to like hurt. Does that make sense?
You're basically trying to do it non-lethally, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and maybe knock the sword out of her hand, sort of move.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack.
Okay, with my sword. Okay. 18.
18. So as you go ahead and strike, she tries to go ahead and block. I'll go ahead and have her make a dexterity saving throw to see if against the 18 to go ahead and see, and she's going to go ahead and take the rapier, and you kind of just clash swords for a little bit, and you manage to do kind of like a parry motion, and sending the rapier free, and it sticks into the ground about 10 feet away from her. So think. And with that, she gives a slight nod, but there's still a boat of confidence. It's like, well, the 15 gold may have been for everybody, but well, your friend here should have at least coughed up a little bit of something.
He's just angry. He gets like that. He's an old man.
Not that old.
No excuses here, lass. So anything else you do on your turn?
No, that's it. She's just kind of holding her position, trying to do a little bit of diffusion, but that's...
Yep.
I can't do much more.
Okay, and she's gonna go ahead and then pull out a dagger. She'll go ahead and make two attacks. Make one attack on Alize and one attack on Gideon. First attack on Alize is gonna go ahead and be a 12 to hit.
No.
Again, as you just take your short sword and you just kind of bat it away, she then flips her dagger over and to the other hand, and then takes a swipe at Gideon. That is gonna miss, as the flourish just kind of get a little away from her, as it's gonna be a 7 to hit and kind of blocks. With that, she's then gonna go ahead and get into a little bit more of a defense, holding her dagger out, and is going to be waiting. as one of the bandits from behind the bush is going to go ahead and run on out. He's going to go ahead and take light crossbow and take a shot at you, Rosa. But that's I'm sorry, no, I meant Alize because you two. I'm sorry, Alize because you two are currently off and not in the fight.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
We're at long range.
Yeah, that's a 10 to hit Alize.
Oh, she just kind of like steps to the side and just looks at him.
Yep.
Best they have. Wow.
And another one's gonna go ahead and step on out.
This is a natural 20. 'Cause I said something.
Well,
Because she was
not natural 20, but still decent with a 15 to hit.
doesn't hit.
For Gideon, I meant.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's-
Oh,
And
Yeah,
that's-
Alize ducks out of the way, goes right into Gideon's arm.
Yeah, as the other one kind of steps out because he has a more clear line of shot to Gideon, and then goes ahead and shoots Gideon right in the chest, and that'll be 9 points of piercing. And Gideon, you're up, actually.
He's like, I'm not the owl, old. God dang it. And then he's just going to move in and lean into her ear. You're not even the main villain. You're background noise to me. And he's going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
All right.
Wow.
ChatGPT gave me a couple good ones.
Okay, that is going to
God.
be. That's definitely going to be a fail, regardless, because that is going to be a 3.
Heck yeah. All right. I was like, I can't have that epic phrase and have it be like, oh, womp, womp, womp. 333. No, 353. What is that? 11 points of psychic. And then she must immediately use a reaction, in which I'll use my reaction and opportunity attack her with the glaive.
And she goes her full movement, correct?
As far as its speed allows away from you.
All right, she'll go ahead and see that. She's going to go ahead and run the other direction. You go ahead and get an attack roll.
Wait. Yeah, I'll let you run. And he kind of swings really bad, and it looks like the glaive's like stuck in the ground on the other end.
Oh,
He's kind of like pretending like he's holding on to it with the one.
Perfect. With that, Rosa, you're up.
I'm gonna bonus
Oh, yeah,
action,
bonus action.
as well though afterwards.
Yep.
Because I can rage after I cast a spell, right?
Yes.
On the same turn. Okay. With that, between his one and everything going on, the flames will start to develop up, and he'll rage as well, seeing there's company.
Perfect. And with that, Rosa, you're up.
So we're not super far away, are we? Like, can we hear everything?
You can hear everything.
Okay. Yeah, so like I'm sure she was already standing there like waiting and like watching, and she's like clutching her staff, really hoping that like, you know, this isn't anything bad. And then she hears the fighting, she's like, oh, not twice in a day. And but she'll kind of rush over. She'll say though to Rezavin before she kind of like starts heading over, she'll say, I don't even have any healing yet. We have to be really careful.
Stay behind me.
Okay. So can I just move when he moves then? He says that?
Sure, you can use your reaction to move.
Okay. Can I do anything else then if I use my reaction to move?
If you use your reaction, because you did say a trick.
Back on initiative since we're like so close.
If you want to flip your initiative, I'll say you can go ahead and do that.
Flip!
Okay. Flip
Yeah,
it.
please. That'd be great.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. All right. So, Rezavin, you're going next.
Okay. So I guess for now, I'll move 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about here. Bonus action, I'd like to hide as I pull my short bow out.
Okay. Go ahead and make your stealth roll.
17 plus 7, 24.
All right, you feel like you are hidden.
I'm gonna fire at the guy who shot Gideon.
All right, perfect.
Is this with advantage?
Yes, it is.
All right. Thank goodness with advantage, because the first roll was a 1. Oof. Second one's a 21 to hit, though.
That hits. Go ahead and get sneak attack.
Yay. That is going to be for 11 points of damage.
All right. As you go ahead, sneak up, take your short bow out, pull back, right through the neck as it just, and he goes ahead and just then tumbles down, and he tumbles down the little hill, and he is dead.
Oh, wow, good job. Snipe.
There's a slight thought of Gideon's like, well, I think we'll go non-lethal as the rage takes over. Never mind.
As he just straight up, like he looks, sees Gideon, fires, darkness forever. So, all right, and I'm assuming that's everything for Rezavin that turn.
Yes, that is all.
Perfect. Rosa, you're up.
Was I able to follow him?
You know
Or
he
was
went toward
hiding?
You know he went toward the bush, and where he is exactly. You know he went in that direction. Beyond that, even with your passive, you're not sure where behind the bush.
Doesn't he reveal himself with an attack anyway?
And then he fires, and you know where he is.
And I find him. Okay. Yeah. So she'll she'll run forward. She's trying to be kind of quiet. And she'll get behind him. And she's just, I'm sorry for being useless this turn. She's kind of in advance, but she's looking around, and she doesn't have any spells left. The only thing she has left is like attacky stuff. And so she's just kind of looking a little frozen and looking between everybody that's like the enemy still. And she just says to Rezavin, I don't know if I can like hurt anybody. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. And that's kind of all she does. I'll bonus action Shillelagh on my staff. Like she's trying to prep herself, but she just seems so anxious and uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. That's her turn.
I'll just whisper to her, just keep an eye out for more.
Oh, okay. Can I use my action to look and see if there's anybody else?
Yeah, go ahead and do so.
Actually, that'd be great. Oh, crap. Sorry, I gotta re-roll. I moved my die and then it tipped over. 21.
Yeah. Looking around, you don't really see, you see the ones that have made themselves known, but then you see that there's one far off in the distance, basically almost directly ahead of you.
Oh, really? Where on the map?
So if you, yeah, like,
oh, over there. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'll actually point him out to Rezavin and say, there, there's another one.
I motioned for you to get behind me, then.
Okay.
Right.
I don't want them attacking you. I want them attacking me.
Makes sense. Okay, that's my turn.
Right. With that, the other one's gonna look, see what's going on, and just May! He one-shot one! Are we sure about this? And he's gonna run on up and take a crossbow bolt, and he's gonna try and fire at you, Rezavin, with a total of 13 to hit.
Just misses.
As it goes, I don't know if we got this! And with that, Alizé, you're up.
Alright. Did I see that guy running too?
Yes,
Closer
you
to
did.
him?
Okay.
Okay.
He's yelling. You know he's there.
Yeah. She's gonna kind of take a quick look at everyone here, and he said May.
Mm-hmm.
May, you might want to call off your little kindergarten attack squad here. We just want to sleep. You just want to sleep. We can try to help the lad we already shot down. Unless you'd fancy an arrow somewhere.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Flat roll this time.
To get advantage because there's a flaming barbarian.
It would have been disadvantaged, but because of a lot of things, it's made to a flat roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I still add my extra on top, right?
Yeah, you still had your persuasion bonus.
Okay, 18.
18. With that, as she's kind of looking around, she'll take the dagger and sheathe it ever so slightly, look at the gold, saying, "You know what? On second thought, this 15 gold is working just fine. You two, I think we're out of here. What about Trevor? You can leave him to the other things. I think we need to get out of here."
Leave the gold.
Can we help Trevor? Rosa, is he dead?
He's definitely dead.
All right.
So, first, Gideon, you said leave the gold. I'd say go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Amazing.
No.
That'd be a natural 20. You said intimidation?
Yep.
It's a flat roll. Or no, that's investigation. I have intimidation.
So you gotta have intimidation.
I was about to say, I was like, I know I have some. 23.
23. So she got a 17 on her wisdom save, but with a 23, she's looking just like, yeah, you know what? All right, and just tosses it, and then just leaves it as the three other bandits, seeing basically one of their companions get one-shotted, and they just at this point just are making a run for it because they're like, we don't want any of this smoke, and so
and change your careers.
We take a class or two.
And with that, the three other are running off. They had left behind their fallen companion, Trevor, and
R.I.P. Trevor.
so.
All right. Well, poor Trevor.
Rosa's just like peeking behind Rezavin's shoulder until it looks like they're gone, and then she just goes, oh, "Okay, thanks."
Yes, I think we are safe now.
Rezavin, can we
I'll like help him.
can we get like a burial funeral thing going on for poor Trevor over here? Nice shot, by the way.
Yes, I will prepare again.
All right.
Who were those guys? Who were they?
Well, the captain lady's name was May, and this guy's named Trevor, and I don't know who the others are. They're just bandits, I guess. They just wanted things. So I gave him 15 gold to try to negotiate.
I was going to ask them if they dealt with the spiders at all, but I think that one peed itself on his way out, and I was like, I don't feel like talking to them anymore.
Okay.
Are you okay, Gideon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll be alright.
Sorry that you're grumpy. Sorry I called you old.
I mean, technically I'm the youngest one here, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, that's
He's like, I'm
fair.
just a slave, and he's like, there's still bone that's appearing out from different places. It's healing over, and
I'm sorry I don't have healing right now, or else I try and help
no,
you.
Caesar, you're all right. This is normal. Maybe this isn't, and it takes his hand, and he'll kind of cauterize it with a little bit of flame with his healing hands.
Oh, nice.
I'm fine. I'm all right. I'll sleep it off. It's all right.
Get your beauty rest.
Oh yeah, I definitely need it. I've actually thought about this. The beads, I'm so glad they're fireproof. One of my co-mates said it's really important to have. Never really thought about it before.
Smart thinking.
The what?
The
His hair
beads in my hair.
decorations.
Oh.
I never thought about having to make sure they're fireproof until this.
Is your
came.
hair fireproof?
Yeah, I'm a fire genasi.
Oh, that's really convenient.
Like part of it.
So your hair doesn't burn off every time you rage. Perpetually bald.
I was like,
I have
hey,
hair
look, can I
tonic.
have a half fire genasi in there just so I don't burn myself all the time?
Yeah, literally, that was
There
a
you
part
go.
of the conversation of like, I
I
think
mean, I don't need any mechanics of it. I just want to heal from the fire.
I think that was literally like, dude, I think I literally told you, your hair's gonna burn off every time, right? Like, I think I literally messaged
We
you
actually
that.
found a homebrew race
Yeah.
where that skull went on fire and came back, and I was like, "Can I have it just for the flavor of this?"
Yeah. So
We're like, "Just no, we'll look fast."
it was like, yeah, no,
That's
it's
so
fine.
great.
So
Oh my gosh. I love that.
Anyways,
I
yeah,
will
bandits are
start
the
to
scum of the earth.
start to drag the body back, find a place to bury it. Then
I'll help Rezavin this time.
right.
I'm like timidly standing over them, but at one point I just kind of anxiously say, should we like look and see if they have anything important just in case they were like not bandits, they're just pretending to be?
yes, I was
Sure.
going to look through the pockets to see if there's anything.
Yeah.
I make the
Quick
big
little
ones.
rifling through.
So as you kind of scan on through, you find standard about like a scimitar, light crossbow, leather armor, about 3 gold pieces, and nothing really else of note.
Well, I guess that pays the stupid tax.
Okay.
What?
So maybe they were just bandits.
No spooky symbols or anything on them.
Look, I get sometimes, desperation comes into play, but I'm sorry, bandits and poachers are at the bottom of my list. Pathetic. Get a real job. You know what I'm saying? Sorry,
I mean,
grumpy.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to go to sleep?
Very much so. I'm just wanting. That's how I feel about them. They normally give them a warning shot, but honestly, it's the hazard of the job.
yeah, they seemed like they were gonna wait. And they wanted all of our stuff originally, so
Picking on people, that's ridiculous.
Was
I
it
find-
bad that I shot him?
no, not necessarily.
I mean, it made the rest run away.
It did, yeah. I mean, we probably could have like been a little lighter, but honestly, it is what it is.
Sometimes there are things called a shot to the knee. You could try first, just to disable
Something
them.
less vital.
If you don't want to necessarily go lethal right off the bat. But again, nothing wrong. They're the ones that made their move to steal and bully people. So
I thought they were bad because they shot you. It seemed like they were trying to kill you.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah. At that point, you're in the clear.
Yeah.
I just sometimes when you're that much stronger than other people, and again, I don't know exactly how we compare to them. It's sometimes merciful to give them a second chance, but again, nothing wrong with it either. Like you said, he swung first.
I don't think anyone's like mad at you, if that's what you're asking.
No. It's self-defense.
I typically don't like swinging my glaive first. It's a rule of thumb. I'll even take a few licks before I do, but it's a way to give them a chance to back down and I guess give me with a clean conscience.
You're all right, Rezavin. I appreciate it. You're also trying to help Rosa and the rest of us too, so good keeping an eye out.
I will bury him.
And maybe Trevor can be one of your firsts. of helpers and aides. I don't know how close you are or how long it's going to be for you to figure that out.
Do you want me to try that before I bury him?
Do you want to try it out before you bury him?
Sure, I will try.
All right.
Now I'm awake for this.
All right. So as you go ahead and reach out, I'll say, considering your inclination toward what you want to do, I'll say go ahead and make a raw wisdom check.
Wisdom, all right. That's a 4.
As you kind of reach out in trying to contact Narrowless and feeling the energy of life and death as it flows and binds the universe, you're trying, but these questions about the cost of taking a life and things like that is just, and everything that was being talked about before is just still weighing heavily on your mind and kind of almost blocking you from reaching out and really allowing you to almost command and contact the dead tissue before you.
There's a bit of a sigh. I'm still not ready.
Keep at it.
That's all right. Time and places for everything. You'll find a body you connect with, and it'll work.
It took me years to figure out a good hairstyle. It's all trial and error.
We're trying to use humor to make you feel better.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. But you know what? Let's just try to make up a nice eulogy for Trevor here. Trevor,
Yep.
we didn't know you very long, but you died well, very fast. Amen.
Thank you.
You look serious. She's not laughing about it. She's like taking, this is her genuine effort.
So, I will again pull out the book to the pages I was reading earlier to the burial things just to make sure I'm doing everything by the book and complete the burial and make a little grave marker that says Trevor. And then I will softly play my bone flute again over his grave.
I want to add I have some chalk. It's for her feathers, but I'm going to use little colored chalk to draw a little heart or something on his grave marker or something. Just
Right.
make it look like, here you go. Sorry.
Yeah. No problem. So
Are bad on the grave.
So yeah, as you're able to put Trevor to rest, you are able to get the rest. Alize, you're able to finish out your rest. So you'll need to rest a little bit longer to gain the full benefits of a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
But Gideon and Alize, you get to your portion. Where you're both...
Oh, am I... Oh, right, I'm still awake.
Yeah, because we do the trade-off thing.
Yeah, but you said I needed to rest a little longer.
Everyone needs to rest a little bit longer
okay.
to get the full benefits of a long rest.
Okay, we'll just sleep in a little.
Since it was interrupted.
Yeah.
So.
Feel a little better. Sorry about grubby meat.
No, I'm sorry that we had to wake up to, that.
Rather deal with it before going to sleep anyway. Wake up fresh and start a new day.
Yeah, that's very fair. Yeah, I mean, if we'll be really careful trying to go forward and not, making you too upset. I don't like sleep interruptions either, so I understand.
One less bandit group in the forest for people to travel safely. ain't too bad.
I sincerely hope that they learned from this.
Trevor
And that
did.
they don't try something again. You got the gold, right? She dropped. Or did she
Sure.
keep it?
No, she dropped it.
Okay.
Someone grabbed it. I don't.
Yeah, I would have
All right, sure.
grabbed it. Okay.
I think someone grabbed the other 3, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean, if Rezavin was looking through, and Rosa, one of them, probably.
Would give it to Rosa.
Oh, okay. I'll put it away there.
Making sure someone put it in the inventory.
I'll put
Yeah.
it in mine.
I mean, I feel bad for Trevor. But, you know, again, hopefully his friends, if they are friends, not much of friends if they just leave you there.
No, not at all.
No. But, again, hopefully they learn from this. We've learned from this.
Have we? What have we learned?
Not to make you upset and grumpy, first of all. Second of all, just continually not trust anything that you're hearing or seeing. At night, especially.
True. It's always good to check it out first, you know.
And
Rather-
third, we apparently look like easy targets. So.
Yeah, I don't get that. I look like a. I always feel like a workout. Make sure I look intimidating.
You and Rezavin in particular look like you. No one should mess with either of you. In the book, judging by its covered sort of thing.
I think that is a compliment.
I keep my appearance like this on purpose to be underestimated constantly. So I know that sometimes this can draw inattention. And then I can kick butt.
You're a mystery.
Why am I a mystery?
Oh, we've been over this. You're old. You're kind of elf, or you're an angel, but not. You got wings.
Not an
but you're
angel.
not an Eric Cochran.
No. Just a winged elf. I don't know what I am.
You don't know what you are? I
I'm
thought
an
you
elf.
were being boy.
No. I don't know what I am.
You remember being raised with your parents? What did they tell you?
No, my parents and family, I know I had them, but they died. My grandparents raised me for a good while, and they passed. And then
What did your grandpa? What were your grandparents?
She looks like she's really trying to think, and she's like, I'm pretty sure they were just like me. I mean, they taught me how to fly, I think. Yeah? Yeah. But it's not.
Is it been that long that you're just having a hard time remembering? Like, oh, I can't remember that person's face because it's been decades? Or do you think we hit a few many times on the head or something?
Probably all of the above. Honestly, memories get really wonky. I've been through portals. I can't even say how many times. I don't know. And it always takes a piece, or seemingly a piece of myself. I don't know. It's like trying to concentrate on a fixed point in a lake that keeps being disturbed. You know it's there. You can tell there's something under the water, but kind of make it out.
Remember when you asked about dreaming? That's how dreaming feels. It's like trying to hold on to a dream.
I have dreamt before, yes. Yeah. But no, that's fair. That's very fair. I mean, and with I don't really find that you can really trust memory too solidly either. Time, circumstances, your own perspective and bias.
Sometimes memories etch themselves into your brain, though. But you're right. There's probably little details that have been forgotten in time.
There's a good chance my grandparents weren't even really my grandparents. Like, biologically, maybe they raised me and had magical wings or something, to to help. Maybe they were a different species altogether.
Interesting. You are fascinating.
Thank you. You are
Is that
too.
something wow, of course, thank you. It's like,
With your
it's there.
skulls and your fireproof bead hair and
Yeah, this is newish. No, it's pretty new. I used to be able to control parts of it into like my hands and weapons.
no.
It never burned my skin like this before.
Oh, so you're never like skeleton hands.
Not prior to what happened. So I'm still trying to figure that out. I think that's something that mixed with my bloodline that, like you said, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. I mean, you've come in clutch, and I know you're worried about potentially hurting us, but I think you're doing really well so far.
It's not the full effect yet. The more I end up using this, it ends up bursting out of me. Like today, you would have been too close. I would have hurt you. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I'll try and keep it in mind.
That's fair. We can keep that. I mean, as long as we're being conscious and careful. We're trying to protect Rosa. We're trying to not get too close when in combat when you're around as well. And we're looking for bodies for Rezavin.
Sounds like that's not going to be a problem.
Just gotta keep maintaining those sort of parameters and we'll be okay. And who knows? I mean, we may be journeying for a while, we may not. But I think we all have a good level of understanding and respect for each other, which is really nice.
So do you have like a goal in mind? I mean, are you just traveling until a portal shows up?
Generally, yeah. I mean, it'd be nice sometimes to try to I've always tried to find out at least a little bit of information. I mean, again, I'm not 100% sure of my memory if my grandparents were like me. I feel like they were. They probably were. In my mind. If I can find out some information, if it exists, I haven't been able to find it. But it would be nice, I think, to at least have some solid information. But in all the times that I've come back to this side of the plane, I never encountered anything or dug up any research to lead me to more of a conclusion. So,
I mean, it's not going to really give too many answers, but I can see if at least there's any spells affecting your memory. You want me to try and figure that out?
you can do that right now?
Yeah, give me about 10 minutes.
Sure.
It's just like start rubbing his hands, and I'll do Identify, which says if you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say as you go ahead and perform the ritual, placing your hands around Alizé's head to be able to tap into her mind a little bit, what you're able to pick up is you kind of reach in and there's like a little bead of light. And then suddenly it starts to spread out into almost like a web of sorts, gathering, and you see like almost elements of firing off into various signals going throughout everything. And you're kind of reaching deep, and at points you start to see fractures and breaks in different elements. And as you're kind of going and deeping, going through, you don't necessarily pick up any particular spell necessarily. Rather, and at this point, I would say go ahead and make an Arcana check. With advantage since you're casting a spell to his.
can't inspire myself. Yeah, I can't. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't.
I know I wish. So nice. Broken Bards even more.
Yeah.
Is that Arcana?
Arcana.
It's +0. I like how I have proficiency in it. It's a +0. 17.
17. So this isn't necessarily the result of any particular spell, because you are, even with the 17, you're aware of a spell called Modify Memory. This is not that. This seems to be just the result of Fey magic, because with your understanding and your companions prior would have an understanding of Fey magic, and that can have mind-altering effects, even for Elven, which is strange for an Elven ancestry to be able to be impacted by it, but just by the sounds of it, it could just be a result of so much use of portals where it's even starting to impact someone who is connected to the Fae in some capacity, where just the mind-altering magic of the Fae is just starting to take its effect.
Fascinating. Kind of come out from it. That was a trip. Never done that one before. That was wild. No spell that I can determine is affecting you. However, it does seem you're right on the path of it. The Fey sort of magic seems to have disjointed the pathways of your memory.
That makes sense.
Maybe that's something that could be healed.
Maybe. I mean, there's time distortion, and I don't even know how the portals work. My youngest knows a little bit more about those things, but I never really consulted him about it. But,
Right.
I mean,
Children forgetting.
the map, the newest map that I brought with me was like, what, 400 something years old, but I got it only like maybe 120. I'm bad with time. Over 100 years ago for sure.
And you called me old. I wasn't even alive yet.
Fair, but I'm still. Yeah, it's all right. It is weird to think about, but you see what I mean. You keep jumping in and out, and that's why I don't really pay attention. At a certain point, it's too hard to understand. She's gonna pull out of her little pouch a book, and it's like worn leather, and it has like engravings. It looks very well worn, and it's really thick, and it looks like it's been added to. And she'll just like kind of flip to the front entrance, and there's nothing necessarily that she points out. It's just there's some names, there's some like looks like a little diary entries at some point that she maybe started, for like a week and then just didn't return to it here and there. Some of them have dates on it, but if that's a date in material plane or Fae, it's not really clear. There's, just, it's kind of detailing, there's pressed flowers that's probably ruined some of the pages at some point. Little trinkets, feathers, buttons, pieces of grass, probably some dead bugs, I don't know. But it's just like a whole bunch of stuff. And the first few pages look definitely well worn. All written in like different things, but her same handwriting. And yeah, and she'll just kind of hand that to you and let you kind of look through it. And I've written some stuff down. You can see I was pretty ambitious of it at first, and then it kind of, it's kind of a task doing a journal.
It's a book well traveled, I'll have to say.
Yeah, I've had it
Impressive.
for as long as I can remember. Yeah.
And maybe even longer.
Probably even longer. I think I got it as a gift from a grandparent. I'm actually pretty sure. I think my grandfather actually, the longer she thinks about it, she's like, I think my grandfather actually carved the things into this, but
Well, it's beautiful. And
Thanks.
hopefully you can add our new adventures into it.
Yeah, I mean, if I remember to write, I was gonna show Rosa this as well when she wakes up. I
There
keep
you go.
forgetting to.
Keep it distracted. Both of you guys can make her read your books.
She really loves reading that book of Rezavins, which is really cool, but I can't even follow that. It's just a whole mishmash of gibberish and things, but it's
Well,
really cool to look through.
Each person has their different style of input and writing.
Yeah.
I can't
like to
decipher
pretend. But anyways, we're all enigmas.
Seems like we met each other for a reason so far.
Yeah.
Interested to see what's gonna happen. And as they're like continue talking, he's gonna start like making breakfast and like slowly getting ready to wake up the other two at the end of the rest. And stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So you do have to creep later into the day to fully get the benefits of a long rest, but there's largely no incident. So rather than starting first thing in the morning, probably about mid-morning is when you would be able to pack up. But you do gain the benefits of a long rest at that point.
Yay!
Yay!
Everything back.
Yep.
I noticed like all of my stuff is long rest. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep. Not a lot of short rest stuff in this party yet. So
No, I wish.
So, and as you all are starting to pack up and prepare your journey, continue northward to Shadowdale, you do see what looks to be a small caravan of travelers, seeming to be a collection of humans, elves, and halflings. There are about a group of 4 that seem to be decently armored in leathers, and some in a little more plated armor on the various sides. They seem to be just coming on through. One of the people up in the front seems to be a half-elf. Half-elf male, slender, thin, slender build, short hair that kind of goes up to a flip, blue eyes. And goes, hell, everybody! Where are you coming from?
Well, you go ahead.
Hi, Moon. Sorry, I wanted to say it in your voice. I just realized I slipped into the...
Oh, you're fine.
All right. It's the imitation is the best form of flattering. Watch out for that upturned carriage there. There's a few banditos that we had to deal with.
He kind of stops for a second, motions to the small, like almost 3-cart caravan, it looks like. You also had to deal with bandits yourselves. You coming from a high moon, you say?
Mm-hmm.
She said, high noon from high moon.
Rather curious. Is that something they say down there?
We're starting it.
Well, I guess that's
you
good
know,
to know.
like, yeah, how you doing? It's middle of the day, high noon, you know. It rhymes, makes sense.
Yeah, tell me, what are the things going on the high moon? You all look like trustful folk. We're heading down to Cormier. Is there anything going on with high moon that we should be aware about?
Don't trust the rats.
We try
Can I try and insight check him a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
See how up and up this carriage seems, if they're
Me too.
more ambushes or
Sure.
or
Anyone can go ahead and
see
make an insight check.
if there's any symbols or anything.
Yeah, 23.
There you go.
Oh,
Yay.
Good morning, Rezavin.
amazing. 15.
23,
Natural 20! 25!
25. What'd you, Rosa, you
You're
got a
locked
15?
in today.
Rosa, you got a 15?
Yeah.
Gideon?
Gideon's kind of looking like he's like holding onto his glaive, and I don't know if we can trust these folks. He got a 5.
5. So
He just says under his breath as he's like looking to the others.
Gideon, having encountered bandits, I mean, these are
You don't
problems.
trust no one on the road.
Yeah, exactly. The 3 of you, he seems to be on the up and up, and you 3 actually don't really see a lot of markings per se. This looks to be a fairly standard caravan. Seems to be more of a merchant type of caravan. You do see that one of the people that seems to be a little bit more thinly armored, more in leathers, definitely has a symbol around her neck. It looks a gnome of sorts, and she seems to have it looks like almost like a faced coin. So, but with that, he seems to be fairly honest and is just the leader of this merchant caravan, trying to get the lay of the land and things like that. So, all right, well, don't trust the rats. That is perfect to know. It's never planned to trust rats anyway. But excellent. You said you encountered bandits.
Oh, poachers as well, potentially.
Good to know. Well, we've encountered some yesterday as well, but what are you gonna do? It's why we've hired these fine folk.
In what direction? Where are you coming from?
Oh, we're coming northward. We just came from a hamlet Renault. It's about a day's journey from here. You'll probably get there by nightfall.
Oh, okay. So you poachers?
Hamlet Renault. Runo. And no, not poachers. Bandits.
Oh.
Fair question. I wasn't specific.
Well, they're one less, so hopefully you won't have to deal with them anymore.
He kind of looks over. He sees the grave markers. His eyes kind of widen ever so slightly. And how many bandits were there?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alize really wants to lie, but she's just gonna hold her tongue.
There's at least like 56. No, I'm just kidding. Like 5 or 6 of them, right?
Maybe 5.
And I'm taking at least there's not whatever. Okay. Anyway, clearly you're able to take care of yourselves, but yes, everything seems to be the road as usual. Just be aware, but hopefully it should be a little bit more clear.
You did say you're going to Cormier, right?
Yes, we're heading down to Cormier.
If I remember the woods right, I believe there are some orcish skirmishes along the border that you need to watch out for as well.
Perfect. He looks back. There's a dragonborn in pretty plated mail. He kind of gives a slight nod. Well, he'll go ahead and make sure that everything is taken care of. Yeah, the dragonborn is huge. He stands about
stop by High Noon. That's pretty impressive. If you do stop by High Noon, Captain Greer would be more than happy to fill you in on any of the troubles that are going on. And honestly, those rats are an ongoing issue, so they might be able to give you a few jobs, if you want to give them some aid there.
Well, we're just simple merchants, but I imagine my friends here would probably be more than happy to assist. But with that, excellent. So rats, Greer, orcs, giving a bit of trade. You know what? You've given us a bit of information. He kind of heads on over to one of the caravans and kind of slams on the slide. If there's anything that you wish to purchase, you're more than free to do so. I'd say we could probably do so a little bit of a discount, since you provided us with some more than helpful information.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, please.
And
sure.
As the kind of thing... I'm sorry?
Do watch out for big spiders, too.
Oh, good to know. And you kind of see the mercenaries on the side kind of nodding ever so slightly, like they're like...
They're nice, though.
Don't hurt them.
Attack them. They are protected by the forest, protectors.
So the one holding the amulet, the gnome, she kind of looks over at everybody, kind of points around, makes mention. But as he slams on the side of the caravan, it comes on up, and you just see a tiefling woman, purple skin, almost very gaunt in appearance, long bony fingers, long hair, dark purple hair with horns that curl around. And she goes, "Yes, if you would want anything, I'd be more than able to oblige. Any provisions, such as rations, or any other goods along those things, I can more than be able to assist you. If it's potions you seek, I have a few that are currently ready and available. Obviously, be ready for a bargain.
Which ones?
Well, as far as potions are concerned, I do have a standard healing potion. Normally go for 50 gold pieces.
Do you have ingredients for making them?
She kind of taps her finger on her chin. Well, I believe that I do. So if you would prefer to get the ingredients, it would cost you probably half as much. And again, per our companions here agreement of selling at a discount, I could probably be willing to part with some for, say, 15 gold.
Yeah, I just give it, like, immediately. She seems spooked by how we ran out of spells and got attacked. We need more potions.
She then grabs the ingredients and kind of then kind of puts them down on the makeshift counter and just slowly slides them over to you.
Thank you.
You are most welcome. Is there anything else any one of you wish?
Is there anything else that like catches their eye or anything of?
Yeah, go ahead and make perception checks.
Ooh, 18.
18.
And a solid 12.
Solid.
I also got a 12. High five, Mark. Twins.
So outside of potions, there's a lot of standard stuff here. There's like basic weapons, armor, things along those lines, and gear. There's strangely a broken dagger that seems to be just off in the shelf area. And also just various other trash goods like that seem to could potentially be used for something.
I mean, did you say potions, just potions of healing, or anything else like, I don't know, heroism or anything of sorts?
Oh, nothing along those sorts. Not necessarily to that level. But,
do you have any tea?
Tea, absolutely. I can give you a good amount of tea. She kind of holds up a little bit of bag. I'd be willing to sell some of this for about, let's say, 5 silver pieces.
Perfect.
And it is a bunch of random teas almost kind of thrown together. It's not necessarily really well organized like your Fey tea. There's a very strange... there is a floral scent to it, but there's also like almost like a musty scent along with it too. It's not unpleasant, but it's clearly some of these will, due to mixing together, may give a little more earthy tones than something you necessarily may be used to.
Okay. She'll lean over to Rosa and just be like, I'll need your help identifying some of this stuff.
Oh, I said okay. I didn't realize I was muted.
No, you're good.
Oh, you're good. I could lip read. That was easy enough, but...
I'll lead over to Rosa and just be like, does anything here look like something that would help with either giving life or taking life that I can use with the coins I have?
Mark's trying his best. Look at that. I'm proud of you for keeping a straight face that whole time. So what you said, there was daggers and stuff?
Yeah, there's various weapons. There's a broken dagger and various other broken items too.
Most of them are broken?
Some of them are broken, some of them are fully kept. So,
is there anything specific that might help him that I see?
At this point, I would say go ahead and make a Yeah, because you didn't make a perception check. So go ahead and make a perception check.
I didn't. I got a 18.
18.
Twins.
So, as you're kind of scanning over stuff, nothing really seems to be more potent than what he currently has. But strangely, as you're kind of like scanning, the broken dagger does seem to almost have a split second where something flashes, but it quickly fades. It's like a millisecond. Your 18 was able to catch it.
Excuse me, what is that?
This? Oh.
Yeah.
It's just some dagger we found along the roadway. Figured I could go ahead and sell it to a blacksmith for additional pieces to be able to buy my own things. I keep scrap around so that way I can sell it to them and get my own gold to be able to, build up my own inventory.
That's smart.
That's something you want?
I look at Gideon like, but then she goes to Rezavin and goes, you might want the broken one. Tell Gideon.
Like if the question still lingers.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can craft things when I hear the voices in my trance. Maybe I could use it.
Well, if that is what you want, dagger normally goes for 5 gold pieces, but broken state, probably bring it down a bit. I could sell it to you for 1.
What about this? I have a unused set of leather armor that is actually bought for me before I started working out, and I kind of quickly outgrew it. And I take it out of the bag. It's in almost pristine condition. Never been used.
Yeah. She looks at it, just goes, I think that'd be a fair trade. And she goes ahead and hands the dagger over to you, and...
More than a fair trade. And then I also have and I've kept them in, these are used, but kept in good condition. A long sword and a short sword. That and a dagger. I put all this towards that potion. Maybe with some leeway of that was a really good deal for you for a broken dagger. How much do you think that would go towards that healing potion?
I'd say at that point, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I just smile.
Ding!
Oh man, that's a 9.
Again?
It's so bad.
She looks over you and just, I think it will definitely go toward it. So normally, let's see, that would go there. Normally it'd go for 30. I can part with even with the discount, and these, I'd say 20 gold pieces.
All right, you make a good bargain. I'll go ahead and buy it.
Right, perfect. She hands you a basic healing potion.
That's
Nice.
gonna wipe me clean, my friends. Oh no, I have 5 silver left over. But I tend to get pretty licked up in these fights, so this sounds like a good thing to have. You did say a greater healing potion, right?
No.
This looks like a great one, myself.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, greater healing potion at level 2.
We need it. As Gideon's talking to the merchant,
Yep.
like Rosa will kind of and get Rezavin away from the merchant a little bit, but she just says, I think that might be like kind of special.
Oh. How?
I don't know, it just looks extra shiny, and usually magic stuff or like really good crafted stuff is like they have a little gleam to it.
Thank you.
That helps.
And you just gotta look at this broken dagger.
If I look at it, can I tell anything?
As you go ahead, you look at it. You can go ahead. Both of you can go ahead and make Arcana checks.
My speciality.
Oh, I got a nat 20. 23.
I got 15. That's
23,
pretty
15.
good.
You look, and it seems like in the pommel there is definitely a kind of a rune of sorts, but it seems to be almost inert at this point. It's hard to tell exactly what it is, or even what kind of enchantment would be in it, because this is almost unlike any type of rune that you've seen before. But you know it is definitely magical. It's just it being in a broken state, it may not be at its full capacity or anything along those lines. So it definitely need to be repaired and further identified to even know what this thing is.
So we both know that.
Yeah, you both do. So
Okay.
and Alizé's in the blur dimension.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm trying out a new spell. I truly have no idea why I'm like frosted glass right now. But
Oh, there you are. Yay!
I put in my earbuds and then it was just glass dimension for me. So
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
Okay.
Yeah, so we both can tell that.
Yeah, you both can tell that this is definitely this is something very special. So, but it's just its full magical capabilities are not fully in effect yet. So mainly because it's broken. So
Yeah.
so
This is interesting, and I'll point to the rune.
Yeah, this could be something really interesting, actually, if you fix it. I don't know what the enchantment is, though. I don't know what that is.
I can
The
ask
incenses
next
I'm
time I go in
talking
my.
is talking way louder to make sure they're not overheard.
Yeah.
I can ask in my trance for voices to come to me and maybe guide me.
Oh,
Good
that's
idea.
a good idea. Yeah. Oh, Rezavin doesn't have to comment in any way, but I will just note, like, as she's, like, looking at the dagger, you could probably see, like, the tips of her fingers are, like white. Or, like, not white, but they're, like, pale. And she has some more, like, blue, like, creeping up her hair.
She's shut
I think he would comment, but
I mean, yeah, if you do, it's fine. I didn't know when to say it. It's like basically when she woke up in the morning, it was a little more like that. But
yeah, I think he'd look at you and is something different about you?
Hmm?
Your hair and your fingers.
Oh, yeah, I probably look different soon.
Is this normal?
She looks like really like defeated as she looks at like she hadn't noticed very much. It's kind of normal. Is that what you asked? Sorry, I forgot what you asked.
Are you okay?
Yeah, sometimes we change what we look like. I'll look mostly the same though, you'll recognize me.
Is this just because you want to?
Some people can like control it. I tend to it just happens.
Do you not want it?
Strong emotions kind of like force the change.
Oh. Kind of like when Gideon gets mad.
Yeah. This isn't my favorite one. That's why I'm dismayed. It makes sense though.
I think it looks nice.
Oh, thanks. It's so nice. It'll be really different tomorrow, so.
Well, I guess I will see it then.
Thanks.
If you need anything, let me know.
Okay, thanks. She seems a little flustered by a few different reasons, but she'll like help with the dagger still and let Gideon continue to take the spotlight.
And if you end up going south towards the Dale lands, go by James at the tavern. He's a great place to stop in at.
Great. I thought we were in the Daylands, but great.
South of it.
The other part.
The other part of it.
So, well, with that, my friends, I think we should be off. Spent enough time. Spent enough of your time and everything along those lines. So with that, he kind of and goes
And Gideon will go up and push that cart like out of their path. So like,
yeah,
it's not stopping in their way.
The caravan then continues on. So long, friends, and may your adventures be ever so what's the word? Lucky.
Thanks.
May you sell a lot
you.
of stuff and find a lot of cool things.
And that they give a slight nod, and everything goes ahead and continues onward. So
Gideon just turns and smiles. You've had a steal, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like a lot,
Yeah.
I think. What?
You know what this does? And I'll point to the rune to Gideon.
You can find out if you want.
I want to look at it too.
Yes, and I'll hand it to you.
Identify.
Alize was kind of spacing out looking at the tea that whole time, so she wasn't paying.
Yeah.
But now she is.
Gideon had his eyes on the dagger too, so like when they picked up on it, he's like, yes, yes.
Got it.
So,
Awesome.
What are we rolling for?
so you're rolling Arcana, but Gideon, are you doing it ritually or? Okay, so you can do the ritual on the move as well if you wanted to. So
Before we leave
yes,
the campsite, though, I'm going to go over to the grave and I'm going to write Trevor's name in my book on like a page.
Oh.
perfect.
And kind of write like a little bit about who he was from what I know. And then I'm going to, in that moment, kind of reach out to Alice and just be like, did I do the right thing?
Aw,
Buddy.
baby boy.
Wait, I was about to make a poem joke.
Go
but-
ahead and make a wisdom check.
18.
You gather that there's a slight warm breeze. As to whether or not what that means, you're not necessarily sure, but there doesn't feel to be malice within the breeze. But that's what the most you're able to get.
Okay.
So
And I'll come back by the time he does his ritual.
perfect. So yeah, all that would definitely take about 10 minutes. So with that,
Same in the hilt of the dagger. I'm trying
yeah,
to figure out
this
what
is interesting, Gideon.
Hmm.
Because there's something strange about this dagger. One, it's broken, but two, it feels like there's something, even if it wasn't broken, it's dormant.
Oh, having PTSD from another campaign.
There's something more to this dagger. Right now, just the state it's in, it would maybe give you a +1 to attack, just with it being broken. That's about it. It will. This is not one that necessarily requires attunement yet, just because again, its magic is not fully there. But you gather that there is more to this dagger than maybe even it's aware of.
And would Gideon, with his stats, I guess not. He wouldn't understand what that means. Just that it's maybe not in a state that's awakened, or that it could hint towards something else?
You gathered that maybe it could get pushed there. With the trigger exactly, hard to tell.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's a strange one. Haven't quite come across something like this. Definitely finally made. Are you just saying like with it on you as like pairing, it gives something else a +1, or?
So basically, if you're wielding it, it gives you, just with how even in the broken state, just gives a +1 to attack.
Interesting. Okay. Even though it's just the hilt.
It's
a +1 attack and damage, or just +1?
+1 to attack. It's basically, to the 3.5 fans out there, it's basically if a weapon was masterwork. So.
I mean, it's really well balanced and made. It seems like it'd be easier for you to hit with. As far as the rune, it's weirdly dormant. Like there's something here that has to be, I don't know, awakened or understood, or some sort of state that needs to match for the magic to, hit. I don't know what that means.
It's interesting.
Dormant.
So, and also, it's not just the hilt, but it's like there is the blade, but like the blade is kind of like broken.
Okay, gotcha. I was wondering like how you tackle that.
Yeah.
So if it's, if it's like the masterwork, like you were saying, then the inside, if we can see that, because as you blacksmith and work with metal, the inside of that blade is gonna look like really tight.
Yeah,
I watch a lot of Forged in Fire.
It is a very finely made blade.
Yeah.
Have I heard of any other instances with like something like a dormant weapon?
This, I would say, would either be, so you have 3 choices: Arcana, Religion, or History.
Whoa.
Is that for
I'll do history considering my background.
Is what would you say, D?
She's gonna do history. I was gonna say, is this for anyone or just for Rosa?
Well, since the information has been provided, anyone can technically roll.
Okay. I'm trying to decide if I want to.
Oh no, nat 1 for a 6.
I'll roll. This is also, I'll do, you said history,
Religion, or Arcana.
Religion, or Arcana.
Alizé, the spotlight's on you, hero. Don't let it dim. I'll give you bardic inspiration.
Oh, thank you. That's a D6, yes?
Yeah.
15.
15 for which check?
We're gonna do history.
Okay. Anyone else rolling?
I got a 6 in religion. I'm good at that.
Doesn't hurt to roll. I got a 6 in Arcana.
We're twins.
Okay. All 4 of you have no idea, have not heard of any type of weapon that has a dormant state almost.
Okay.
Also, the universe just said no to you guys. Good night.
It really did.
Real
Yeah.
hard. Like
3
nope.
6s.
Oh yeah. I had the first roll was cocked and one of the sides was like a 16.
Oh.
So it could have been good, but I was
Yeah.
like, I gotta reroll.
No,
201.
That's fair.
Tisk, tisk.
So, yeah, this weapon is baffling. So
I have no idea.
When I get it back from Gideon, I'll just hand him my bag of coins and just say, take whatever you need from it to pay for what you buy in it. And for reference, there's 7 gold pieces, 10 silver, and 10 copper. Take whatever you want. So.
nice.
effectively,
How about take 1 gold? How's that?
1 gold. Okay, I'll mark that off my list. I'm not gonna hold you to anything. You take what you want.
So I was like, technically there's like 8 gold pieces and like 1 silver piece in there, technically. So
Just telling you what's on my character sheet.
no, I love it.
Take what you want.
And you'll never see Electrum in this campaign. Anyway. So, all right. Anything else you all are doing? You're gonna make your way?
Alize, as we start getting on the road and stuff, Alize is gonna be like, "Oh, Rosa, I think you'll be interested in this," and she'll show Rosa the super old leather. It's just my journal. It's not as cool as Rezavin's book, but if you wanna, there's different dates in here. I don't know where they're from, but I wrote it.
You don't know where they're from, but you wrote it. What?
I don't keep track of time. Right. So I don't know if I wrote the date in this plane or that, plane
like where you were. That makes sense.
But my grandfather did make this. So it's at least, I don't know how old I am, 600 years old. I don't know. But
wait, yeah, can I see it?
Yeah. And there's like I told Gideon, she goes over, there's just like random little bits and bobs from like different things and all that. So if she wanted to spend some time looking through that, there's probably like little bad pictures too of just like maps or like there's like a few name locations or like people, that she may have traveled with. Just bits and bobs. So
cool. Is it can I tell how old it is? Like if I look at it, because she said this might be really old.
Leather.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I would say for how old it is, history check makes sense for this.
Oh, that was so much better than the other history check I did. 23.
Honestly, this kind of makes sense that Rose would be more intuitive or even interested in leather than a weapon. So looking at it, yeah, this thing is very old. It just something about it. It does almost match her age with how old it is. Just with how well worn. There's a lot of bending into the binding. There is almost like a little. Like how you get some of those old books in the library, how there's like a slight creak to them almost. Mm-hmm. So the papers but it's all very well kept and oiled. So your oils on your hands will not be crumbled. You don't need to handle the papers with special gloves or anything along those lines, just with how well kept it is. The exact age is still kind of hard to determine, but it is definitely matching the description that Alize is providing, that it is hundreds of years old.
Yeah, she's like looking through it and like especially examining the cover and the binding and different things like that. She says, yeah, wow, this is really old. This is cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Figured you'd get a kick out of it. I really wish I folded one of the maps in it now. I mean, at one point I probably did, but, you gotta clear out some stuff.
Oh, like you had a
bug. She'll pick a little bug out of it.
Did you have a bug on your thing?
Yeah. There's a little, gnat thing that had fallen. I was like, oh, wait. Life imitates art.
Exactly. So then, as you continue on your journey, heading northward towards Shadowdale, the rest of the day goes largely without incident. And as the night is starting to fall, and you're approaching that hamlet you were informed about, Hamlet Renault. You even see kind of signs for it. And at this point, you're out of the forest and more into the plains areas of the Dale lands. But as night is starting to fall, the sun isn't setting where it should be, as you're seeing a distant glow off in the distance.
The sun isn't setting.
It looks, based upon the horizon, it looks like that's where it almost looks like a sunset, but that's not where the sunset should be.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Fire?
Look where you.
Yes. Could it be like the glow of like a
normal
fire?
What it looks like?
It looks like maybe, I don't know. Usually that much light, something that makes that much light isn't a great sign.
Is it the same way we're traveling, or like
Yes.
from a different?
Same way you're traveling.
Yeah.
Well,
Something's probably on fire.
I'll put the horse a little faster. See if we can.
As you go ahead and start doing it, going, and as you start to approach and get closer and closer to the hamlet, you definitely see what looks to be flames reaching up from the buildings, bellowing into the night sky, and eventually you see one man start running up to you as he looks and just goes. He seems to be elderly, but there's blood dripping down his face. He's kind of beat up. Looks like he's been attacked a few times. Run! You got to get out of here!
What seems to be happening?
I don't know. Various creatures. It looks like almost like how to describe them? Creatures standing on hind legs, almost like hound-like creatures with large teeth, and goblins attacking with them. And so you hear and an arrow hits him in the back, and he collapses, and you just look off in the distance.
Catch him with like a healing word to see if like I can, catch him before he's dead. Just to try and see how quickly he can try and engage like a.
Unfortunately, he is a commoner.
Yeah, I figured as much, but
yeah, you can certainly try. So you do expend the spell slot if you wanted to. That's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do the ability. That's fine.
Okay.
I think it's something you would do.
So yeah, as you go and try and do it, you go and catch him, but it goes into him, and his life is gone. And as you look up, you see a creature with brown fur, spotted fur, torn, shredded leather armor, just standing on the hind legs. Almost looks like a hyena standing on its hind legs with a snout. It goes. And with that, more creatures you see like that, and goblins going off. And that's where we're gonna go end tonight's session.
We'll fight them.
So yeah, we'll pick up there.
I say that.
We'll pick. Perfect. I love it. So yeah, we'll pick up there next week with the fight for the Hamlet Renault.
Dun, dun, dun. Yes.
All right. Good session night, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us. It was a good night all around. Hope you're all having a good time with this. I know we are. So until next time, friends, keep being awesome. Hey there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, then consider subscribing to be notified when more go live. Thank you to our official artists, Rachel and Dee Lee, for the character art. You can follow them under their socials, Pip400art and Raphaziel, respectively. If you want more D&D actual plays in between Revenants Wake, consider checking out games run by Mark and Mike on Twitch and YouTube under Marquee Gaming and Bardic Dice. And as always, thank you for the royalty-free music done by Kevin MacLeod, Ivan Dutch, Critical Role, and the Dungeon Playlist. Links to everything in the description below. And with that, we'll see you all next time.